I'd like for you to close your eyes for a moment and imagine that you're standing with a small group of people. Perhaps you're at a bus stop, the library, or even a classroom. Imagine now as you're milling around that suddenly and without warning, one of the people you're standing there with staggers for a moment, then falls to the ground unconscious. Unbeknownst to you, this person has just gone into cardiac arrest. What do? You panic as you look around, but your gaze is met by even more looks of distress. No one seems to want to or know how to take action. Instinctively, you crouch down beside the victim, only to realize they're no longer breathing and don't seem to have a pulse. Someone tries to call 911 from their cell phone, but there's no service available. You scream out for someone to help, but again, no one knows what to do. You've seen CPR performed before and vaguely remember chest compressions and mouth-to-mouth being performed. But how was it performed? What was the sequence? Every second you wonder, you know this person's life is slowly slipping away. Someone leaves now, running to go get help. Are they going to get back in time? What's going to happen to this person? What more could you have done to help? Open your eyes now, but continue to hold on to that image. What if that victim had been you? Wouldn't you have wanted someone there to have been able to perform CPR and possibly save your life? CPR, or cardiopulmonary resuscitation, is one of the first links in what the American Heart Association refers to as the chain of survival. CPR, along with the remaining steps that make up this chain, when performed correctly, increases the survival chances for people experiencing a heart attack. Now you might ask yourself, why me? What are the chances that I would have to perform CPR? Heart disease is the #1 killer in the United States. According to Dr. Melissa Stopler, Chief Medical Editor of eMedicine Health, it is estimated that each year around 310,000 Americans die of cardiac arrest that occurs at home or in a public place. Furthermore, with 80% of all cardiac arrests occurring in the home, chances are that you would be performing CPR on a family member or a loved one. Now remember, the earlier CPR is performed, the chain of survival is then initiated, the greater the chances are that your loved one will make it. Now you may be thinking, I can't learn CPR, it's too complicated. Or perhaps, I don't want to catch anything by performing mouth-to-mouth. Fortunately, that's where you're wrong. Now there are different variations of the CPR, depending on whether the victim is an adult, a child, or an infant, but they're all very similar and easy to perform. In April of 2008, the American Heart Association simplified the process of CPR even more by adopting the hands-only method and eliminating mouth-to-mouth. For CPR to be effective, chest compressions must be delivered at a rate of approximately 100 per minute. Now researchers have found that the 80s disco song, Staying Alive, has 103 beats per minute. Deliver your compressions to the tune of Staying Alive, and you may help your victims do just that. Stay alive. Staying alive. Staying alive. And now that song will forever be stuck in your head. So now we know that CPR can be as easy as singing an 80s disco song. But what if you can't find a training facility near you? Or you think that the training will cost too much of your time and your money? Again, you're making it too complicated. CPR is available through your local chapter of the American Red Cross or through the American Heart Association by calling 1-800-AHA-USA1. Now the price for the course averages at about $30 and it takes about 2 to 3 hours to complete. But in some cases you can even find training offered for free through a school, your local church, or even online. So think back now on the scenario that I presented before. You're witnessing this person live through what could be possibly the last seconds of their life. Are you going to be a weak link? Or are you going to seek out the knowledge and the skills that could make the difference? Learning CPR can be accomplished so quickly and so easily. The little bit of time that you give of yourself could give someone else the opportunity to live a lifetime.